Hello and welcome to another episode of PC Building Simulator. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day so far. As you can see up here in the top right hand corner, we're getting very close to being a level 30, which is currently the maximum rank in this game. So, if you'd like to help shape what content goes up on this channel, I'm going to put a poll about now that's going to pop up in the right hand corner of the screen. If you would like to vote on what game will be played next, I will have some options up there, or you can choose other and write down in the comments your idea of an excellent game for this channel. I'm going to continue making content on this game even after we hit level 30, but I would like to start adding in new content as well. So please take this opportunity to vote. Let's get into our email and see what we have going on for today. Maybe click on it. Let's see. Let's do this one. It says, "Hi, are you available for a job? I need a new rig, and I hear you can help. I'm looking to overclock in the future. Please, can you put in a custom water cooling loop? I'd like it to be done in 7 days. I know used parts can be cheaper, but I'd like new ones, please. My brother has EK in his PC. He says they are the best." All right. So $4,250 for a custom water cooling loop. Let's go ahead and accept that one. Let's see. I think I wanted to do this one, and yep, this one's due tomorrow. So let's do these two as well in this episode. This one says, "I hear you work with computers. Can you help me make my PC faster? Got to hit a 9387 in benchmarks. Can you put in 16 gigs of memory? It looks a bit bland in there. Some plastic lime cables might make it look nicer. Don't try and pass off any used parts. I want all new stuff." All right, so upgrade to 16 gigs of RAM and a 3D Mark score of 9387. I think we can make that happen as well. So let's go ahead and accept that one. Let's take a look at his PC stats, what he's got. He's got a Ryzen 5 2600 and a GTX 1080 Ti Mini. Okay, I think we can work with that. Let's take a look at this last email for this episode. It says, "Hello, can I trust you to build me a decent computer? Do you think you can get Hatoful Boyfriend, A School of Hope, and White Wings running? So can you do that before tomorrow? My brother has Team Group in his PC. He says they are the best. Don't try and pass off any used parts. I want all new stuff." So budget of $2,750. Play Hatoful Boyfriend at recommended spec by tomorrow. I think we can do that one as well. So let's go ahead and accept that one. Okay. Let's take a look at this upgrade first. We need to get a 3D Mark score of 9387. I do not think a 1080 Ti will get there. So let me step away. Let me get some parts for this upgrade put into the shopping cart, and I will be right back. All right, so for this upgrade, we're going to upgrade his CPU to a Ryzen 7 2700X. We're going to put in 2 sticks of G-Skill Ripjaws 5 8GB 3600 megahertz. And we're going to put in a Zotac RTX 2080 Ti. So again, if you want to see the stats, here they are. This 3000 megahertz RAM is just a little slow, personally, I think, for a Ryzen chip. And then we're going to put that 2080 Ti in there. All right. So next one, we need to make a PC or build a PC to run Hatoful Boyfriend. Let's open up Will It Run. Let's take a look here. Hatoful Boyfriend recommended spec needs a G4520 and a GTX 1050. So for their budget, I'm pretty sure we can make something a whole lot nicer than that. So let me step away and get some parts put in the cart for this one, and I will be right back. All right, so for this Hatoful Boyfriend build, we're going to go with the ASRock Z390 Taichi Ultimate, an i7-9700K, a Corsair H150i, 360mm AIO cooler, 2 sticks of Team Group T-Force Dark, 16 gig 3000 megahertz, an EVGA RTX 2070, an EVGA 750 watt power supply, a 3 terabyte Seagate Barracuda, a 480 gig M.2 from Team Group, and we're going to put that in the EVGA DG77 in black. All right. So for this last build here, It's a custom water cooling loop, so let's go ahead and open up the custom water cooling shop. I'm going to step away, get some parts for this one, put in the cart, and I will be right back. All right, so for this a custom water-cooled PC, we're going to go with the NZXT N7 Z390 motherboard, an i7 8086K, 4 sticks of Corsair Vengeance RGB. It's 8 gig, 3200 megahertz, a Silverstone NJ520 power supply. We're going to put a 3 terabyte Seagate Barracuda in there as well, a Patriot Viper 1 terabyte M.2 drive. We're going to put that in the Be Quiet Dark Base 700 in white. As for the water cooling parts, we're going to go with a EK CPU block reservoir, 2 radiators, a 120 and a 240 millimeter, and a GTX 1080 Ti. All of these parts are RGB, so we will have lots of lighting in there. So let's go ahead and order all of this stuff, make sure everything's coming in next day delivery. We can go end our day. We will get our parts in as well as our upgrade. We can get to work. There we go. All right, let's get our parts here. Let's get our upgrade first. Put that over here on the desk, on the table, workbench, whatever the heck it is. Put that case there and this case over here. Let's get these names right. Weird Chris. Pretty sure goes with the DG77. And then B-Bell over here with this all white custom water cooled build. Let's get started here first. Get this case taken apart. Let's go ahead and take this side off too, just in case. Let's pull this 1080 Ti. Let's see, we gotta take the, whoops. Gotta take the top of this case off. And we can get this water cooler out of here. We will replace this Ryzen chip. And some of this RAM. I believe they also wanted lime green cables, so let's get rid of these. Well, it looks like possibly just regular green. Just unplug all of that. So let's get their new CPU in. Who fits this PC. Got the 2700X. Get that locked down. Put some thermal paste on it. Let's go ahead and get our RAM installed. Where is it? Here it is. The G-Skill Ripjaws. Let's get that installed as well. Get their cooler reinstalled here. It's this Silverstone one. Put it back where they had it. And we can go ahead and get their graphics card installed, which is the Zotac. Somewhere down here. Zotac 2080 Ti. That thing is a beast. Does that even actually fit? It is just right up against that on the case. All right, let's cable this thing up. They wanted plastic lime green. Let's cable that up for them. And then we're going to have to run a 3D Mark test. Let's get this case put back together. Is there anything that... Okay. And we'll get this side panel on. We'll leave this other one off. Let's go ahead and power this thing up. We can hop into the BIOS. We're going to turn our XMP on. Really? That's their drive? Okay. They didn't ask us to put in a speedier drive. So we're going to leave that one alone. Actually, we need to put a USB drive in because we need to put 3D Mark on here. So let's get 3D Mark installed. Wait for this thing to install on this slow hard drive. Maybe, come on, you can do it. There we go. All right, so we need to get a 9387. So I'm going to get a 3D Mark running. As soon as we get a score, I will come right back. All right, so there it is, 12,152. We need a 9387. We definitely beat the score that they were looking for. They should be very happy customers. Let's get this side panel put on. We can get, oh, missing cables. Did I miss something? Oh. Well, all right then. I'm gonna have to run that 3D Mark test again. Dang it all. All right. Let me power this thing back up. What the heck? How'd that thing even start up? All right, I'm gonna run this 3D Mark test again. I will be back as soon as it is done. All right, so there it is again. Just in case you missed it the first time, 12,152. Let's get that out of our way. Let's get the side of this case put back on. That's my little mess up there with the cable. Let's get this thing out in the hallway and we can start working on our first actual build into this EVGA DG77 case. I really like the white one. I haven't built in this black version yet, but it's the same, just a different color. I don't know why I like these cases. I think they look really good. Let's get this thing all ready. Take all these pieces off we don't need right this minute. And we can go ahead and get our motherboard installed. It is the ASRock Z390 Tai Chi Ultimate. Get that all screwed down. We can get this thing ready for our CPU and RAM. Well, let's get our CPU in first. It's getting the 9700K, as well as 2 sticks of a Team Group. Where is it? There it is. T-Force Dark in silver. 3000 megahertz, 16 gigs a piece. Let's get some thermal paste on the CPU. Let's see where we're gonna put the cooler here. Scroll over here. It's getting the Corsair H150i. Will it go in the top? No, but it will go in the front. Let's get the front of this case taken off. Get rid of these fans. There we go. All right, now we can get our cooler in. Perfect. All right. Next, let's get some storage installed here. Is getting this a Team Group M.2 drive, as well as a 3 terabyte Seagate Barracuda. We'll just put here on the back. Get some of this out of our way, and we can go ahead. Actually, isn't that 2070? I think it's 3 wide. I think so. Let's take a look here. The RTX 2070. Yes, it is. It is 3 slots wide. That thing is a beast. All right, let's get our power supply installed. We've got the Supernova 750 watt power supply. We should be about ready. Start cabling this thing up. Let's unplug everything though, because we've got pieces that go on the back here. Let's go ahead and get this PSU mount on. And it's going to plug itself back in again. Let's go ahead and get the PCI lock on. Dang it. Every single time I install a part. So just turn that off for the moment. Let's go ahead and get the back panel on, and then it can plug itself in, and I won't care anymore. All right. Let's see. What should we cable this up with? Maybe some cyan. I don't remember what color EVGA stuff lights up. How would this look with black? Doesn't look too bad. Not too bad at all. Let's go ahead and get this dust filter put on the front. And the front panel. There we go. All right. Put a USB drive in. Let's boot this thing up. We'll hop into the BIOS real quick. Make sure our XMP is on. Make sure we're booting from the right drive. We'll go ahead and let this thing install the OS. Then we might have to change a few colors. So we've just got all kinds of crazy colors going on. Let's put our lighting app on here. This thing should be done and ready to go, but let's go ahead and put the case back together while it is restarting. And we'll get this side panel put on as well. That'll dim some of those lights, and then we can kind of tell what we're working with. All right. Select all, and then not that. See if we can get something that's close to those cables we put in. I can live with that. I think that turned out real nice. All right, we should be ready to go. Let's put this thing out in the hall, and we can get started on this custom water cooling build. Kind of excited to do this build. Don't think I've done any custom water cooling in a Be Quiet case. Let's kind of get this case taken apart. We can get ready to put all of our water cooling components in. All these fans have to go. Okay, then that panel needs to go. All right, let's get this beauty panel installed here. And now we can go ahead and get our motherboard installed. It's the NZXT N7 Z390 board. In white, of course. Let's see, I think we're going to put our graphics card there. Let's go ahead and get this thing ready for CPU and RAM. Getting 4 sticks of RAM and an 8086K. Let's go ahead and get that installed. And then we can get our RAM as well. Whoops. Get all 4 sticks in here. There we go. All right, let's see where our M.2 drive is going to go. We've got this Patriot Viper 1 terabyte. Apparently not there. Okay, it'll go in this slot. Perfect. Let's go ahead and get some thermal paste on our CPU, and we can go ahead and get our CPU block installed. So this RGB CPU block. Very nice. While we're at it, let's go ahead and get some radiators in. We've got this 240. Put that up in the top. Get our reservoir in while we're at it. Gonna go right here. And then we've got another radiator we're going to put in the front of this 120. That's all that would fit there. That gives us technically a 360 millimeter radiator between those two. That ought to be a decent cooling. Okay, let's get our power supply installed. It's the Silverstone NJ, so it's a white power supply. Trying to put as much white stuff in this build as possible. It's also getting a 3 terabyte Seagate Barracuda, so we'll stick that in there. And I think we are ready to put our graphics card in. Let's go ahead and grab that 1080 Ti. We'll put that standing up right here in the front. Very, very nice. All right, I think we are ready to cable. So, you may have seen it in the shopping cart, but I picked out these very nice white-purple ribbon cables for this build. We will go ahead and cable everything up. Whoops. With those cables. Get everything cabled up here. There we go. All right, now we're ready to do some tubing. Let's do this white rigid as well as these white fittings. We're going to run from here to here. That works for me. Let's run from here to the CPU block. How do we want to run that? We will bring it down a little bit, get it below the RAM. There we go. Then we can run from the block to this radiator. Maybe push that up there. Say, pull it this way a bit. There we go. That lines up nice. We'll run from that radiator down to the GPU. Again, let's do something a little different. And we'll pull that back some. Fix this angle here. There we go. All right, and then we'll go from the GPU to there. Maybe we'll run down. I like it. I like it. All right, let's get some coolant in there. Let's go with a white coolant. And while that is running through, let's put a little bit of this case back together. We can get this dust filter on. And the front panel. And we'll get this a PCI lock on the back. Should be good to put this side panel on. And we'll leave this side off for the time being. Let's go ahead and get a USB drive installed. And we can power this thing up. We'll hop into the BIOS really quick. Turn our XMP on. Maybe. There we go. Make sure we're booting from the right drive. We will let this thing start up. I have to adjust a few colors. So let's get our lighting app on. And we'll let it restart. All right. Oops. Make this easy. We're going to do everything purple. There we go. Let's get this side panel put on. That'll darken that up a little bit. think that turned out really nice. I like it. All right. Let's go put this in the hallway. We can collect some money. Let's close some of this stuff out of our way. Let's see here. Let's collect that one we just did. New PC rocks. Excellent. Let's see. Where are we? This build. My friends are jealous of the new PC. Excellent. What we want to hear. And the upgrade. They didn't try to find me secondhand parts. Not really sure why we only got 4 stars, but you know, whatever. Let's get rid of that one. Unlock some new parts. And some daily deals. And some more emails for further episodes. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you get notified as soon as one of my videos goes live. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next episode.